Hey everyone, John here, and welcome back to the Toy Box. So, there are a couple of things that have really stuck with me throughout my entire life, and one of them is building blocks, and the other are Pokemon. So, there are a few others that have stuck with me, but these are the important ones right now, and this is why. When I was in Target the other day, I came across these new Mega Construx sets featuring Pokemon. And I just looked at them and I thought, oh my goodness, they just put together two of the greatest things in the world. And I had to have them. But I was restrained at first. I showed some restraint, at least for a little bit. Now here's my train of thought. I was thinking, no, I need to save some money. I'm not going to buy them right now. So I'm not going to buy them. I'm not going to buy them. Why are they in my cart? Why am I picking up a second one? And then I bought them. So there you go, I bought a couple of Mega Construx Pokemon sets. And this is going to be the first one that we build. This is the Gyarados Mega Construx set. This is the biggest one that I saw so far. And it looks like a really cool set. I love Gyarados. He's one of my favorite Pokemon in the entire series. I love the red Gyarados in gold and silver. And it's just such a great Pokemon. I mean, it's just such power and intensity when you think of Gyarados, and just makes you want to go ah, 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 and that's it. So we're going to build this set, and then we're going to review it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the review. Okay, so we've just finished building Mega Construx Gyarados. So let's go ahead and take a look at the set. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Pokemon first. So let me go ahead and grab them over here and take them off the scenery. So starting over with the head, Mega Construx Gyarados can move the fins and his mouth. This is about the extent his mouth can open and close. Now, just one thing to note about the head is just be very careful when moving stuff around the head because the pieces tend to fall off. At least on my model they do. So one thing I liked about the body, if you look at the body like this, is that all of the segments are on ball socket joints. So you can have an infinite number of poses for this Pokemon, and which is really cool, especially with this Sea Serpent Pokemon. The tail is just on a hinge, so it just goes up and down, and you can adjust the fins right here. So that's pretty cool. And actually, I think my tail came off. I think this is the way it goes. There we go. Head upside down there. Hey, it happens, right? So there's the Gyarados. And let's go ahead and put Gyarados aside, and let's take a look at the scenery. So I like the scenery here. It's an ocean scenery, and you have a rock right here and another rock right here. I like the way the waves go. You have the water part and then the white water part. So it looks like there's a splash. It looks like Gyarados is actually making a splash in the water when on this set. So I think that's really awesome. And if you put it up against the bed right here, it actually kind of looks like it could be in the ocean, especially with the ripples the sheets make over there. But that's not really relevant to the set. And lastly, I love the detail with the Ultra Ball right there. So it's just sitting there waiting for either for you to catch Gyarados or for somebody to come and catch Gyarados. Or it's just one of those random items just left out in the field by who knows who. But anyways, there is just an overview of the model itself. So let's go ahead and put Gyarados back. So a couple of things about building the model. So building the model, the difficulty wasn't really that high. So I would say it's a really fun model to build. And just make sure to look at the directions carefully. Because I made a few mistakes when I was building the model. And you can avoid most of them. The pieces I would be careful with are the pegs that connect these spikes right here. And any of the spikes and this crest up here. The reason why I say to be careful is because those pegs, once you place them into the holes they're supposed to go onto this set, it's really hard to get them out. And I had to get one out, and it took a pretty long time. So I would say just before you put those pieces in, just make sure you know exactly where you want to put them. And as far as other parts of building the set, another note that I would say is just make sure you give yourself enough time to enjoy building this set. The set isn't that difficult, but it can be time consuming with finding the pieces. Most of the pieces in this set are going to be blue and yellow, so that makes sense because that's what color Gyarados is. But since the bags aren't really labeled for this set, it's hard to go through and easily find them. So just make sure you give yourself enough time to enjoy the set, and should be a pretty good time. As far as the price goes, this was the biggest Mega Construx Pokemon set that I saw when I went to Target, and this one was going for $29.99, just about $30. And it has 352 pieces in it, which calculates to roughly 8.5 cents per piece, which is roughly on par with the industry, with all the other building blocks companies. So the price was pretty good for what you get, at least in my opinion. And if you're a Pokemon fan, then I definitely suggest getting this set. So this was the Mega Construx Gyarados set. It was the biggest set in the the biggest set released so far, at least to my knowledge, and I highly suggest getting it if you're a fan, especially if you're a Gyarados fan. And one other note that I would like to make, if Mega Construx is actually listening to this review, is if you make this same model with the red Gyarados, I would definitely buy it because I think that would be really awesome. And even as a project, I'd be interested in just finding the pieces to create the red Gyarados and do that as a project. But that would be a really awesome addition to this Pokemon line. Well, but anyways, that's the review. This has been the Gyarados Mega Construx. Well, this has been the build and review for the Gyarados Mega Construx set. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to keep an eye on John's Toy Box on social media. Twitter and Instagram links are in the description below. And check out the rest of the channel if you want to see a lot of awesome toy videos and trading cards as well. And leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, rate, subscribe, and don't stop playing.